massive crowd nearly a mile long fills Michigan Avenue from the river to Grant Park as tens of thousands gather in downtown Chicago to protest the policies of the Trump administration. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Dane Placco. Now, this was the second No Kings protest in the past several months, not just in the city, but in dozens of communities across the Chicago area. The protest coming as the battle between city and state leaders and the Trump administration continues to escalate.
So Donald Trump, stay the hell out of Chicago!
That blunt message from Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker pretty much summarizing the spirit of dozens of speakers, thousands of signs, and tens of thousands of protesters who descended on downtown Chicago.
We are saying emphatically clear, we do not want troops in our city. We will not allow our cities to be occupied.
The No Kings protest started with a rally in Grant Park, followed by a massive march throughout downtown streets. Much of the crowd congregating on Michigan Avenue and Wacker, a line of police preventing them from crossing the river to get to Trump Tower.
Is this the best or what? It is all of Chicago and all of our friends coming together and protesting and saying there are no kings.
This awesome, not really protest, it's more of a love fest. We love Chicago, we love each other, we love our democracy, and it's time to pay attention.
Many of the protesters saying it's personal because they believe President Trump has intentionally targeted Chicago for being a sanctuary city and calling it a war zone and deploying hundreds of ICE agents in attempting to deploy the National Guard.
Threatening still to bring military troops into Chicago, claiming there's an insurrection here. Is this an insurrection? It's because peaceful democratic resistance is always scary to authoritarians.
I am the proud daughter of Guatemalan immigrants, and I will never be ashamed of my roots.
Hours after the rally ended, many of the streets remain closed. Police at times blocking traffic at some of the entrances into the downtown area. The crowd spanned the age spectrum from infants to old-timers.
There's old people, older than me, that are walking like they're having troubles and in pain, but they're here.
Despite the large crowd, CPD says there were no arrests during the demonstrations here downtown. There were also scores of No Kings protests across the Chicago suburbs, including here in Elgin, which has been a focus of ICE enforcement activity. Protesters held signs and waved at cars as they passed the intersection of Kimball Street and North Grove Avenue. And this was the scene in northwest suburban Park Ridge, where about 1,000 people lined Touhy Avenue for their No Kings protest, including many families. And speaking of families, there was a more kid-centric No Kings rally happening at Oz Park. Kids able to make signs through chalk art while learning how to take part in civic life.